Hi friends, welcome. Today we are going to be working on the Hidden Message by Diamond Press. So these are our dies. We also have 2 sheets of stamps and we have our instructional sheet right here. So let's go ahead and get started. So to get started, we have lots of circle type or shape dies here. We are going to be needing 2 of these, 2 of these. We are going to be needing 5 of these, which is the shutter. We're going to be needing 1 of these, which is the anchor. So you have the anchor, the shutter, the rotating ring, and the regular ring. Those are the proper names that Diamond Press gave us on the sheet. So the rest are decorational and optional. So once you have those cut out, we'll go ahead and get started. I've already cut mine. So I don't know how many times I'm going to say we'll get started. Anyways, I have mine. So we're going to start with these 2. So these are considered the rotating ring. So you need 2 of these, and be careful if you have pattern paper or double-sided paper, because what we're going to do, my paper is just one color, but what we're going to do is we're going to adhere the backs to each other. So if you have a pattern paper or double-sided, make sure it's the backs, you're not going to see those. So make sure it's the side that you're not going to see this once it's completely covered. So I would just use a solid colored piece of paper because it will be covered. Don't waste your good designer paper for something that's not going to be seen. The only part that's going to be seen is this. So anyways, with the rambling, we're going to go ahead and glue these together, and you have to be careful because you don't want to obviously glue. Try to stay away from the little holes here, and you just need to put adhesive on one side. You also want to put it on that handle here, and then we are going to take this piece, line it up together, and there we go. So we have our rotating ring. Now what we're going to do is we're going to need to take our shutter pieces here, all 5 of them. And what we're going to do is we're going to connect these to the rotating ring. So how you're going to do that, now this also is going to be covered. So again, I will recommend using a solid color piece of paper. So what you're going to do is, this here is the front, because this is what, once we cut it out and lay the die down, this is the front. So this is the back. So you're going to flip it over to the back. You're going to have it to the right of your ring handle. So this is where you're gonna start, because if you turn it over this way, it's wrong. Okay, so it needs to be flipped this way. So this matters. If that confuses you, look at the top. It should not. It should be this way. So then you're gonna lift up the little notches here, and you're gonna just lift them up. And then what we're going to do is put these inside the little ring hole here. And then once you bring it in, just flatten down your pieces. Okay, and you see that already, this is showing you how, look, we're going to get that hidden message mechanism thinking. Okay, so all of the pieces are going to go like that. So that's how we're going to do it. I'll do another one with you. So make sure it's flipped in the same direction, not this way. They all have to go to the in the same direction. Just lift up your pieces and then place it in your next hole. And you also have some pieces at the not pieces, you also have some score lines here that we'll get to in a moment. Okay, so just go ahead and get these all in, and there we go, another one. Okay, so I'm going to do the other 3 and I'll be back. So now I have all 5 of my shutters connected, and now what we're going to do is we're going to flip this over and this is actually considered the front, which still will be covered up, but it's considered the front. And you'll just gently bring each of your, and go in order, you know, just they'll all, if you just go in order, meaning like just one after the other, they'll all lay like they're supposed to, flat. So then we have that there. And then now what we're going to do is these little notches here, these little tabs, we're going to, they have 3 score lines, so it's one that comes to up like this, and then there's 2 on the end, so 1 on this end and then 1 on this end. And what you're going to do is just bring all of those up together. I mean, do them all 5 of them, and then we're going to bring on our anchor and connect them to our anchor. Okay, so just up and then 1 on each end. Okay, and mine's is just bending very nicely. So 1 end and the other end. And then now we will bring in our anchor. And your little shutter pieces may start sliding, but that's okay. Just gently lay it back. Okay. So then now what you're going to do is we are going to bring in our anchor piece. Okay. So what you're going to do now, this is important as well. So with your ring here and your handle to the right of you, you are going to take this piece, and this needs to go like this. So you need to have one of these handles to the right of the main handle, if that makes sense. Okay. And then what's going to happen is, because we folded these, they're just going to slide right in, and you're going to flatten. And so you're just going to, and like I said, little shutter pieces, little sliding, but it'll stop right after we do this. So just lifting it, bring that little piece through here, and just open it back up. See, remember when we folded it, we were like closing it. See, whoops. Mine are going all over the place. Okay, so just get them back in place. They don't fall out of place, they just slide out. And then push that little piece, squeeze it, push it through. Get in there, and then just open it up. And you just do the same to all 5. So just push that up, push it through, and then the last one. And as you can see, the little shutter pieces are no longer falling. So push that in, and there we go. So now we have all of this in place. We have our front and back. And then now what we are going to do is we are going to take one of our regular rings, which did not have the handle, and we are going to adhere this. So we're going to adhere to each side, but we have to so now that we're done this, we're going to flip it back over on this side. And then what we're going to do is we are going to take one of our rings, and we're going to glue this on the top. Okay, so you're going to put adhesive. Let's see. We are going to put this like this, and then put adhesive on this part. So we're not going to glue this. Okay, we're just going to glue this part. So just take your ring, lay it down, and then put your adhesive, just line it up and press it down. Okay, and then the same here. And you're just going to do that to all 4. Okay, and then we have that there. And then we're going to also, let's see, we're going to put one here on the back. Let's see. Yeah, we're going to put one here. But when we do this one, you're actually going to put glue in between. So take our glue, stay away from your, because that's what helps it move. Okay, and then take your other ring. These remind me of pineapple rings, and just place it on top. Okay, and then our main part of the shutter is done. Everything else is decorational, so I want to test it. Kind of loosen it up. There we go. So it may be stiff the first time, just loosen it up. Okay, so this is my first time making it with you, so I know normally I'll have some projects and things to show you, but I just got this and I wanted to get the video up quick because I know if I got mine, other people are receiving theirs, so it's perfect. It's going perfect. So now what we need to do is we need to get a card base. Okay, so I just cut out a A2 card and have my top layer there, so I'm just going to put that on. And you can use any card size. All right, and then what's going to happen is you're going to need to, for your hidden message, so when you cut out your rings, there are these are what falls out, the circles. So I stamped, it's a perfect fit, I stamped one of the messages on that, and then I'm going to need to glue this down. So you just kind of figure out where you're going to put your, but I think I want to put, like, you want to have this here where your recipient's hands will, you know, like right here. This looks good. Yeah, so because we're going to glue this down as well. So I'm going to put this right there in the middle, and then looks great. Okay, and then I'm going to glue this down. So we need to glue this to the card, staying away from the handle, of course. So we also have a top layer that you can use, and I did choose to use it. There's two of them actually. There's one shaped like this, like a flower, and there's a smaller one. I'm only going to be using this one. Okay, so I am going to put some adhesive on this. I'm not going to put it on the flower because I don't want excess glue all around, and then you just line that up like so. Okay, and then I'm just playing with it, it's so cute. Okay, and then just line that up. So let me go ahead and put my glue on. And you just put your adhesive all over, stay away from your handle, and put enough glue because people are going to be opening and closing it. So okay, and let me just close it back up. There we go. All right, and then there is also a little stamp and a die that has a little arrow. I'm not sure which way it goes. I think it's this way. Yeah, okay, so that looks right. So I'm just gonna glue. You can stamp it. I just cut it out. You can stamp it or cut it out and glue it. So I just decided to stamp it. And this kind of gives instruction to the recipient, like, hey, do something here. And so then there's a lot of decorative pieces. You have flowers, you have foliage, you have a sentiment hello, there's a heart, there's the other layer you can use on top of the flower, and then you have this large banner here. And then for your dies, you have your choice of these. So I'm going to quickly finish decorating this, and I'll show you the finished card. So here is my finished card, and super cute, I think. Beautiful colors. I just stamped and cut out the foliage and the flowers, and I stamped "You are amazing." So when the recipient opens it, thank you, you are amazing. Or if they read this first, obviously they'll see this first, you are amazing, thank you. So either way they read it, it makes sense. So that is my card. Thank you so much for being with me. I'm glad I got it right for you guys, because you know, normally I'll have some other projects to show you, but I just opened the kit and decided to cut out the pieces needed and just attempt to make it with you guys. And it's not difficult. I thought it would be a little more challenging, but it wasn't that bad. So hopefully I helped someone out. Hopefully you guys are inspired. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.